600 naira to $1, even more than that. 610 is rising up, and yet our leaders are insensitive. Today, our diesel have risen up to 800 plus per liter. Never has it been like that in the history of this country. Today, our petrol, even been great exporter of petroleum products and crude and gas, kerosene, all in a rising price, and there's insensitivity. Today, there's insecurity everywhere. The masses are afraid. The poor can't sleep with their two eyes closed. The big men are building fountains around themselves for protection. Kidnaps everywhere. We are afraid to be in church. We have become the security of ourselves. Churches are bombed. Churches and members are killed at the recent attack in Ondo. All manner of insensitivity. Kuje jailbreak in a country with the highest ranking military capacity in Africa. And sometimes I ask, is it not the same military that fought Liberia war? The ECOMOG who defended territories in Syria alone. The same army, gallant armies that fought with power, with high morale. What is really going on? I see there are powers and principalities fighting a great nation, a giant of Africa that have become a sleeping brother in Africa. Today, what is going on? The masses are suffering. Food prices are high. Poor men can no longer afford little foods that they could afford. As a pastor, my phone rings everywhere. I receive video messages of families who are crying without food. And sometimes I see the children crying. And I ask myself, what is really going on? A nation that is a food basket, great nation, suddenly our staminas and our legs are shaking, and the blood of innocents are crying, and the blood of the poor are boiling. We ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Which way Nigeria? Who will save us? And I begin to ask myself, where are the intelligent guys we have? The economics and the great ones, the professors and intellectual people and men and security gurus that we have. It becomes a nation where the competent have become incompetent in the midst, where incompetent people ascend power and reduce the productive ability of the competent. I ask myself, what is going on? Where a region in this country is shouting, crying, because there is insensitivity, because there is no inclusiveness in running the country. Where the people from the east ask, are we part of this nation? And yet we still have insensitivity. We speak grammar when we are supposed to restructure. I ask myself, in a country as Nigeria that is so multifaceted, with too much religious belief, with strong religious belief, where we have Christians and Muslims, and yet we have insensitivity from the ruling party to operate and appoint a Muslim ticket. And I ask myself, if we don't know, we are beating the drum of war in a place where there is unity, where there is peace, where we could abide and understand our differences, because we know Nigeria is a country for all and does not belong to a particular ethnicity, does not belong to a particular religion. It belongs to all of us. If we must make Nigeria great, equity, justice, and sensitivity must be the watch of the day of our leaders. I cry. I am bleeding in my heart. This was not the Nigeria I was born born to. This was not the same Nigeria that our great fathers fought for. This was not the same Nigeria the Obafemi Awolowo was fought for. Not the same Nigeria that Tafawa Balewa was fought for. Not the same Nigeria that Nnamdi Azikiwe fought for. What is going on? Our leaders, save us and save our country. Things are falling apart and the center cannot hold if we don't become sensitive. My cry is not about what is happening even among our leaders. It is the division that is happening within our Christian fold. We have devaluated ourselves. Christians, we have watered ourselves. We have been divided along doctrinal lines and holier than thou attitudes. Why will the Christian not be undermined? Why will some people not be insensitive to the Christian fold? It's because even the Christian leaders have eaten the grape of corruption. I speak without apology, and I don't care who feels offended. Don't we have the numbers? We do. Don't we have the strength? We do. But what do we do for the few Christians who have contested? We have mocked them. We have laughed at them. I don't care whether you don't like Okotie. He contested for president. Did we vote him? No. Bakare came out. Did we support him? No. Osibanjo came out. Did we support him? No. What is going on? We have devaluated our standard. We don't love each other. And that is why a slave we have written later to, until we change our mentality. I'm not against any political party, whether they pick a Muslim and a Muslim ticket. But the question I ask myself, are there no other parties we could make a choice to give our votes to? There are other parties. But do you know something? Why we continue to shout? We know we are not united enough to give a block vote to a particular Christian party. We are not united. If they choose this and we decided to go here, we would have made a sentence, but we cannot. I beg, no apology. We cannot. Do you know why? Most of our fathers are speaking with two sides of mouth. They're neither here, they're neither there, sitting on the fence. There is no wish from Christian and prayer from Christian that can change the situation. Politics is strategic. What stopped us from coming together and having a block vote to a particular candidate? But we will never. Do you know why? A Pentecostal pastor is fighting a prophet. We cannot even come together, march together to fight a common goal. Because one is saying this one is the false prophet, I'm the genuine holiness vampires. Where will you see a Pentecostal pastor march together with an Aladra? They will say the Aladra is a satanist and a marine person. This is the problem. Too divided, too scattered, and our fathers are doing nothing. They are sitting on the fence, wishing that Nigeria will change. It will not change until we stop being sycophant hypocrites. Where are the days of Archbishop Benson Idahusa? We need a father that will march us to the battlefield and say, this is what we want for Nigeria. No apology.
Nigeria, from top to bottom.